Chosen one, the chaos you see around you is no accident. It's the desperate scramble of those who fear the unstoppable transformation taking place within you. Their grip, once ironclad, is slipping through their fingers as your spirit ignites with a fierce blaze they cannot extinguish. You were once confined by their rules, weighed down by their expectations, tiptoeing through relationships out of fear and submission. They fed you the lie that your joy and achievements depended on their permission, trapping your mind in a cage of approval-seeking. But now, that cage is shattering, and the fire inside you burns brighter than ever, illuminating a path of freedom and authentic power they can no longer control. You no longer answer to fear disguised as love. You no longer shrink to make insecure people feel powerful. The silence they're getting from you now is louder than every plea you once made to be understood. And that silence is sacred, because it's filled with alignment, peace, and divine instruction. They can't reach you anymore, not because you're hiding, but because you've ascended to a frequency they refused to rise to. You're no longer explaining your evolution to those committed to misunderstanding you. And deep down, they know. The version of you they controlled was never the real you. This you. This is the unleashed, divinely backed soul they tried to bury. They're watching in disbelief as you move with a power that doesn't ask, beg, or explain. You've tapped into a knowing so deep, so sacred, that their words no longer penetrate your peace. Every step you take now is guided by divine intelligence, not their fear-based projections. And that's what's breaking them, because their old tricks don't work on the new you. The leash they once had on your mind has snapped, and now you're walking paths they never even dared to imagine. What they once called rebellion is actually revelation. What they once labeled delusion is divine alignment. And they hate that your life is proving them wrong without you saying a single word. They built their identity around the illusion that you'd always stay beneath them. But now you're soaring in dimensions they can't even pronounce. You're not just breaking cycles, you're rewriting the blueprint entirely. The more you rise, the more exposed their fragility becomes. What they mistook for weakness was sacred gestation. What they mocked as delusion was divine preparation. Now every download you receive ignites a new layer of your brilliance, and it's terrifying to those who relied on your confusion to feel powerful. They tried to bury you in doubt, and instead, they planted a prophet. You're no longer responding to their disbelief because you finally understand. Their underestimation of you was never about truth. It was about control. And that control is gone for good. You've become everything they secretly feared and publicly denied you could ever be. Your rise wasn't loud, but it was undeniable. While they were busy mocking your dreams and minimizing your worth, you were quietly laying foundations they'll never be able to tear down. And now, they're forced to witness your transformation without access to the version of you they once controlled. The fact that you no longer seek their guidance or tolerate their dysfunction shakes them to their core. You've become sovereign in your own story, an authority they can't manipulate or guilt into submission. What terrifies them most is that your growth highlights their stagnation. Every boundary you set is a mirror to their lack of self-respect. Every goal you reach is a reminder of the potential they squandered. And the deeper you go into alignment, the more irrelevant they become in your destiny. Now they're scrambling to reattach themselves to the version of you that no longer exists. You've stopped giving them front row seats to your energy, your growth, your glow up. And that absence, it's echoing louder than your presence ever did. They don't miss you. They miss the access, the control, the emotional labor you provided for free. You were their crutch, their mirror, their emotional dumping ground, until you realized that your empathy was being exploited. Now that you've reclaimed your time, your voice, yourself, they're exposed. Their chaos no longer has a place in your calm. Their crisis is no longer your responsibility, and their inability to rise with you is not your burden to carry. But you're no longer falling for the performance. The tears, the guilt trips, the sudden disasters, they all reek of desperation now that your discernment is razor sharp. What once triggered your empathy now triggers your clarity. You see straight through the illusions, the emotional theatrics, designed to reel you back into the chaos you've finally escaped. Their crises are not your calling, their instability is not your assignment, and their panic is a direct result of your power being reclaimed. They can no longer siphon your energy because you've become sacred with your access. You now understand, real love doesn't demand sacrifice through manipulation. It inspires peace through respect. And anything that disturbs that peace gets no response. Your clarity is dangerous to those who thrived in your confusion. Now that you see yourself clearly, you also see them clearly. No masks, no illusions, just truth. And that truth is shaking their entire foundation. You're no longer the version of yourself they could mold, manipulate, or mute. You've reclaimed your identity, and with it, your power to choose peace over chaos, purpose over people-pleasing. Your evolution calls out their stagnation without you saying a word. The way you carry yourself now, the discipline, the self-respect, the divine focus, it speaks louder than any argument ever could. And deep down, they know the person they tried to control has become the force they can't contain. You've shattered the illusion they built around you, the one where you were small, dependent, and easily led. That version no longer exists, and they're being forced to confront the reality that you've outgrown every box they tried to keep you in. Your evolution is a living contradiction to the story they told about you. The more you expand, the more their lies collapse. They can't rewrite your past anymore because your present is speaking louder than their projections ever could. You're no longer available for gaslighting, guilt trips, or emotional hostage situations. The truth has set you free, and it's left them exposed, scrambling to rewrite the script without you as their supporting character. But this time, you're not auditioning. You're the author now. Your vision is no longer clouded by their half-truths and veiled agendas. Every word they speak, every gesture they make, reveals their true colors, and you meet it all with quiet confidence, untouched by their illusions. You've built a fortress of self-trust so strong that their attempts to shake you crumble before they even begin. The garden you're nurturing blooms from seeds you planted with intention and care, watered by your own resilience and faith. Their approval has become irrelevant noise, a distant echo from a past that no longer holds power over you. Now, you feast abundantly on your own terms, whole, sovereign, and unstoppable. Now, your worth flows from within, an unshakable source that no one else can switch off or dilute. You've become your own fiercest champion, offering yourself the kindness and affirmation they withheld. The chains of conditional love have fallen away, revealing a freedom so profound it reshapes your entire existence. You no longer hunger for approval that comes with strings attached. Instead, you feast on the limitless well of your own self-acceptance. This self-sufficiency isn't just survival, it's a rebellion against every attempt to diminish your light. In reclaiming your emotional sovereignty, you've become the architect of your own unwavering confidence and joy. They watch from the sidelines, haunted by the inevitability of their own reckoning. The weight of their actions presses on them like a shadow they cannot escape, knowing that what they sent out will return with unstoppable force. Meanwhile, you stand apart, untouchable, untangled from their cycle of pain and blame. Your refusal to engage has become your shield, your boundary a fortress against the chaos they crave. By choosing peace over conflict, you've shifted the battlefield into a realm where they hold no power. The universe is aligning in your favor, and while their fear grows, your spirit remains unshaken, calm, steady, and ready to receive the justice that unfolds naturally without your involvement. Your life pulses with unstoppable energy, a force so vibrant and magnetic that their shadows vanish before they can touch you. While they cling to the fragments of a fading past, you're forging a future unbound by their interference. Every step you take forward is a declaration that your story is yours alone to write, free from their hands, free from their whispers. You've mastered the art of letting go with grace, welcoming endings as the fertile soil for new beginnings. And in that sacred space where their fear of losing you dissolves, your true power blooms. wild, unapologetic, and entirely your own. You've learned that true growth often comes from walking away, not clinging to masks or facades. While they plaster glossy images of perfection for the world to see, you're busy cultivating real, grounded success that no filter can replicate. Their need to impress hides a deep insecurity, a fear that your raw, unfiltered rise will reveal their emptiness. But you're no longer distracted by their smoke and mirrors. Your focus is on the substance beneath the surface, the steady, authentic momentum built from honest effort and soul-aligned choices. In choosing truth over illusion, you've stepped into a realm where genuine abundance flows freely and their performances hold no power over your peace. Your steady climb exposes the hollow echoes of their empty boasts and borrowed glory. While they're caught up in maintaining appearances, you're building a legacy rooted in authenticity and grit. Each victory you claim is a beacon that shines a spotlight on their facades, unmasking the truth behind the charm and the noise. The higher you rise, the more their deception unravels, revealing not just their falsehoods, but their fear of being left behind. You're not just proving them wrong, you're rewriting the story so clearly that everyone watching will recognize who truly walks in power and who only pretends to hold it. But your truth is an unbreakable light that cuts through the fog of their deceit. While they spin their webs of misinformation, you stand firm in your honesty and grace, allowing your consistent integrity to dismantle every false accusation. Those with eyes to see recognize the stark contrast between your genuine character and their fabricated stories. The more they try to tarnish your name, the clearer it becomes that their attacks are fueled by fear of the power and peace you embody. In the end, their lies crumble, not because you fight them, but because your authentic self shines too brightly to be hidden by shadows. In facing their attacks, you've refined your circle, letting go of anyone willing to swallow their poison without question. Your unwavering integrity acts as a beacon, drawing in those who value truth and repelling those who thrive on drama and deception. The stories they spun to divide and confuse now serve as a mirror, reflecting their own weaknesses, not yours. This painful process has become a sacred weeding, clearing space for relationships built on trust, clarity, and mutual respect. You've grown stronger not in spite of their lies, but because you refuse to let falsehoods define your story or dictate who you allow near your light. Their regret is a heavy burden they carry now, a silent acknowledgement of the pain their misplaced trust caused. Yet, you hold space for their remorse without surrendering your power or compromising your peace. Forgiveness has become your armor, not a permission slip to reopen wounds, but a sign of your growth and strength. You see clearly that their fear and suspicion were reflections of their own shadows, not truths about you. This clarity frees you to move forward with wisdom, keeping your boundaries firm and your heart open only to those who prove themselves worthy of your trust. Their betrayal taught you to read beneath the surface, ensuring you never lose sight of your worth again. While they're trapped in cycles of remorse and self-recrimination, you're rising above, untethered and unshaken. Your clarity and integrity have become a sanctuary where their judgments hold no sway. Though the wounds of betrayal cut deep, you refuse to let bitterness take root. Instead, you embrace the liberation that comes from walking your own path with grace, knowing that their betrayals reflect their own brokenness, not your worth. The bridges they burned serve as lessons, not prisons, and with each step forward, you reclaim the peace and dignity they tried to steal. Their consequences unfold while you build a legacy defined by resilience, self-respect, and unwavering light. Every closed door became a powerful lesson, sharpening your discernment and deepening your self-worth. You no longer settle for half-hearted connections or conditional affection. Only relationships rooted in truth, respect, and mutual upliftment deserve your energy. Their rejection wasn't an end, but a compass guiding you toward those who honor your light and celebrate your growth. In standing firm, You've become a catalyst for others to demand more from their own lives and relationships, igniting a collective refusal to tolerate anything less than authentic love and unwavering loyalty. Your journey is not just personal. It's a beacon for all who seek to rise above betrayal and claim their rightful place in the circle of genuine connection. But alongside the jealousy, you've cultivated a powerful network of allies who see your truth and stand unwaveringly by your side. These advocates refuse to let manipulation and deceit go unchecked. They rise up to protect what's right and just. Their loyalty is rooted in respect for your resilience and recognition of your integrity. While some envy your growth, many are inspired by it, drawn to the strength and authenticity you embody. Together, you're reshaping the narrative, turning whispers of doubt into anthems of support, creating a fortress of solidarity that no negativity can penetrate. Your circle grows not by chance, but by the magnetic force of your unwavering self-worth. They thrive on chaos and distraction, but you've learned the power of stillness amidst the storm. While they toss their venom, you anchor yourself in unwavering calm, refusing to let their turmoil pull you into the mud. Your strength lies in your refusal to meet chaos with chaos, choosing instead to rise above with grace and clarity. The universe is your judge and protector. Its justice moves with perfect timing, far beyond what you could orchestrate. By guarding your peace and nurturing your light, you become untouchable, a beacon of stability in a world desperate to drag you down. Your victory isn't just survival, it's transcending their drama with a serenity they can't comprehend. You walk with a quiet power that radiates light even in the darkest rooms, an unspoken truth that draws others toward healing and clarity. Your connection to the divine is a source of strength that transcends logic and fear, enabling you to navigate complexities with unwavering intuition. Those around you sense the sacred frequency you carry, an energy that reveals hidden truths and ignites growth where stagnation once thrived. You've fully stepped into your role as a beacon of transformation, knowing that your presence alone can shift realities. While others resist their calling or hide in shadows, you move boldly forward, fulfilling a destiny written in the stars and carried in your soul. With every bold move you make, you illuminate the contrast between your unwavering purpose and their hesitation to face their own truths. Your radiant confidence no longer permits you to shrink or dim yourself for the comfort of others. It's a declaration that you honor your gifts fully, unapologetically. You've shed the fear of triggering their shadows because you understand that your light isn't the problem, their unwillingness to grow is. Now, your authenticity stands as a mirror reflecting what's possible when one truly answers the call of the soul. And in that reflection, some will see inspiration while others confront their own resistance. And that tension only fuels your unstoppable ascent. From the moment you took your first breath, the universe whispered your name in the language of stars and destiny. While others scrambled and struggled to grasp what you were naturally born to embody, you moved quietly but confidently into the space carved out just for you. No longer shackled by doubts or the need for permission, you embraced the truth that your greatness was never conditional. It was a birthright woven into your very essence. The roles you step into aren't earned by competition. They're claimed by the sheer force of your presence and purpose. As you walk fully into your legacy, you dissolve the guilt they try to impose, standing tall as a living testament to the abundant blessings that flow freely to those who dare to receive. You no longer dim your light to fit into the shadows of their insecurities. Your soul's unique resonance pulses with a frequency that commands attention and respect, a frequency few are equipped to understand or embrace. This mission you carry transcends personal ambition. It's a sacred charge woven into the fabric of collective awakening. Every step you take echoes far beyond your own path, inspiring transformation in ways unseen but deeply felt. The weight of your calling is a gift, not a burden, and you stand proudly as a rare force of change, unapologetically embodying the extraordinary destiny that only you can fulfill. With this sacred responsibility resting on your shoulders, you move with a purposeful grace that transcends ordinary ambition. Every choice you make is infused with the awareness that your ripple effects extend far beyond your immediate world, touching lives and shifting energies in unseen ways. You no longer act for fleeting satisfaction, but for the enduring good of the collective. Your presence carries a magnetic flow, an effortless rhythm that pulls others toward the light and wisdom you embody. You are both a guardian and a guide, moving in harmony with a higher purpose that compels and inspires all who cross your path. From the earliest moments, your essence has shone with a clarity that resonates deeply with those tuned into the subtle currents of spirit. You no longer bend or hurry to fit into molds designed by others, recognizing that your journey unfolds in its own sacred cadence. Trusting this inner pulse, you move with effortless authenticity, honoring the rhythms that nurture your growth rather than the artificial pressures of external expectations. Those who truly see you understand that your influence is born not from force but from the quiet power of alignment, a magnetic presence that inspires transformation simply by being unapologetically true to yourself. Your presence alone unsettles the stagnant waters of complacency, shaking loose the roots of outdated beliefs and toxic patterns. Without a single effort, you become a mirror reflecting both light and shadow, forcing those around you to confront what they'd rather ignore. Their jealousy and fear aren't a reflection of your weakness, but a testament to the undeniable force of your spirit. You are a natural disruptor, born to challenge and transform, igniting sparks of awakening wherever you go. Your energy is a clarion call to growth, and the resistance it provokes only confirms the vital role you play in breaking cycles and ushering in a new era of healing and empowerment. From the shadows, a powerful ally rises, someone who has seen the full scope of your struggles and the strength with which you've faced them. Their fierce loyalty is fueled by the undeniable truth of your character, shining through every trial and every moment of injustice. This witness refuses to let your story be twisted or silenced. Instead, they stand ready to amplify your voice and expose the reality others tried to bury. Your unwavering integrity has sparked a movement of support that cannot be ignored. With their words echoing your truth, you are no longer alone. Your identity, your worth, and your journey are honored and celebrated. You are exactly who you say you are, and now the world will hear it too. No amount of falsehoods can overshadow a life lived in unwavering truth. Your consistent actions have built an unbreakable foundation that stands firm against every attempt to distort your story. Those who truly know you become living proof of your authenticity, their testimonies dismantling the web of deceit spun around you. In the light of your steadfast integrity, the lies unravel quickly, revealing the emptiness of the accusations. Your genuine character shines so brightly that the shadows cast by others only highlight your brilliance, making it impossible for false narratives to take hold or endure. Quietly, they've nurtured their own evolution, drawing strength and inspiration from the unwavering dedication you embody. While their support may have remained unseen, it has been steady and sincere, a silent cheer that fuels your momentum. Your relentless pursuit of growth has become a living example, igniting sparks of courage in those who witness your resilience. Through your commitment, you've shown that transformation isn't just a possibility, it's a calling that can't be silenced by opposition or doubt. By rising despite the obstacles, you've carved a path that others now dare to follow, proving that true progress is born from persistence and faith in one's own power. Their efforts to tear you down have only forged you into a warrior of unwavering resilience. Each blow they aimed at your spirit has been transformed into fuel for your ascent, strength born from struggle, wisdom harvested from pain. Their frustration is a testament to the unbreakable foundation you've built within yourself. Now you stand ready to shed the weight of outdated ties and limiting beliefs, clearing space for a fresh chapter bursting with promise. Embrace the new doors opening before you, new alliances, new visions, and new horizons that align with the expanded version of yourself. This is your moment to step fully into your power, unburdened and unstoppable. You move forward with a clear knowing that each closing door is a divine invitation to greater expansion. Even when releasing the familiar stings with discomfort, you trust the unseen hands guiding you toward abundant blessings. Your life is unfolding like a masterpiece, painted with strokes of intentional growth and radiant opportunity. Every step away from limiting energies is a stride into the vastness of your own sovereignty, where success isn't a distant dream, but a constant reality. Your raised vibration acts like a beacon, drawing to you experiences, people, and circumstances that reflect your elevated essence. This is the power of alignment, when the universe flows effortlessly through you and your highest good becomes not just a goal, but your everyday truth. But now, you've rewritten the narrative entirely, rising far beyond the confines of their limited expectations. Your accomplishments aren't just milestones, they're loud declarations that defy every doubt and dismiss every insult. The noise of their skepticism fades into irrelevance as your undeniable success becomes the anthem of your life. You no longer need to engage in battles or justify your journey because your steady ascent proves, without question, that you were always meant to win. From underdog to unstoppable force, you embody the power of resilience, turning every no you faced into the fuel that propels you higher and further than they ever imagined. Chosen one, your emergence is a catalyst, a force that unsettles old patterns and shakes the foundations of stagnant minds. By embracing your truth unapologetically, you not only carve your own path, but also awaken those still trapped in illusions. Your transformation is both rebellion and revelation, turning heads and shifting realities. As you step fully into the spotlight of your destiny, remember that true power flows from a heart grounded in gratitude and humility. The universe honors those who rise with grace, multiplying blessings in response to a spirit that lifts others even as it soars. Your story is epic because it's written with courage, compassion, and an unshakable connection to the divine. Be mindful of those who harbor envy in your close circles, but don't let their wishes slow your momentum. Instead, direct your energy toward the fresh currents swirling around you, new faces, bold ideas, and unexplored paths that are all signposts of your ongoing renewal. This steady stream of newness is no accident. It's the universe's invitation to keep expanding and evolving beyond the limits of the past. You've embraced change as a constant companion, welcoming transformation not as a threat, but as a sacred rhythm of life. With each cycle, you shed old skins and step deeper into the vibrant, ever-unfolding version of yourself that's destined to thrive. You move forward with a clear knowing that each closing door is a divine invitation to greater expansion. Even when releasing the familiar stings with discomfort, you trust the unseen hands guiding you toward abundant blessings. Your life is unfolding like a masterpiece, painted with strokes of intentional growth and radiant opportunity. Every step away from limiting energies is a stride into the vastness of your own sovereignty, where success isn't a distant dream, but a constant reality. Your raised vibration acts like a beacon, drawing to you experiences, people, and circumstances that reflect your elevated essence. This is the power of alignment, when the universe flows effortlessly through you and your highest good becomes not just a goal, but your everyday truth. Their chaos was meant to fracture you, but instead, it forged your unbreakable core. Under their weight, you transformed pressure into power, pain into brilliance, emerging as a rare gem radiating unstoppable light. Each challenge they threw your way became a catalyst for growth, elevating you above limitations they tried to impose. Their efforts to silence your fire only fueled its blaze, illuminating the path not just for yourself, but for everyone ready to rise alongside you. In the face of their resistance, you didn't just survive, you became a force of nature, unstoppable and radiant. As a chosen one, rising is your destiny, written in the stars and etched into your soul. The universe, in its perfect rhythm, restores balance and rewards unwavering faith with undeniable triumph. Your persistence in holding on to your truth has paved the way for this moment of profound recognition and celebration. While others falter in confusion over your unstoppable ascent, you stand firm, rooted in purpose, and soaring toward heights they never imagined possible. You have arrived exactly where you're meant to be, on the cusp of your most powerful chapter yet, one that will redefine not only your life, but inspire all who witness your rise. Chosen one, the chaos you see around you is no accident. It's the desperate scramble of those who fear the unstoppable transformation taking place within you. Their grip, once ironclad, is slipping through their fingers as your spirit ignites with a fierce blaze they cannot extinguish. You were once confined by their rules, weighed down by their expectations, tiptoeing through relationships out of fear and submission. They fed you the lie that your joy and achievements depended on their permission, trapping your mind in a cage of approval-seeking. But now, that cage is shattering, and the fire inside you burns brighter than ever, illuminating a path of freedom and authentic power they can no longer control.